Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Pathfinder. We're going to be playing with some lower level characters today, and I'm really excited to be able to play with these players. A lot of them have only been on a couple of missions, so I'm really excited. Or not a lot of them, but a couple of them have only been on a couple of missions, so I'm really excited to get them into the swing of playing the game, and I really am just excited for everybody to be here. I know we haven't streamed one of these games in a long time, and that's because I've just not been feeling okay, like, mentally, but I'm back and I'm ready to go, and I appreciate everybody for being here. So we're gonna go over here and going to bring out our players. I need to do some quick editing of the table so that everybody shows up. Or not that everybody not shows up, but so everybody is in their proper places. So you go over here. Come right here, and there we go. Now the table is organized. Hi everybody.
Wait, no. Oh,
Hi.
hi.
How is everyone this evening?
Good.
Good. We're talking about
Pretty good.
the state where my family's from.
Oh, goodness. Well,
And
I'm glad that I didn't.
it.
I'm glad that I did not undeafen in time for you to dox yourself.
Yep.
Oh, don't worry. I don't live there anymore. If you want to go, if they want to fucking dox my family, go for it.
But welcome everybody, and thank you all for being here. Today is going to be kind of a simple quest. It should probably resolve itself in a single session. I really appreciate all of you for being here, and I'm gonna pick on each of you unless one of you wants to volunteer to go first. For who gets to introduce their character first?
Yeah, I go.
Okay, go right ahead.
I am Larkspur. See here pronouns. Tonight I'm playing Addie, the practically useless kobold shaman. She, her pronouns.
I don't think Addie's useless.
Oh, well, then I failed in the way I built her.
Useless on purpose. Okay, so next we're gonna go with Bumble. Why don't you introduce yourself and your character?
Hello, I'm Bumble, a she/they pronouns. I'm playing Nelor. She's your local big, tough, strong, kind of awkward, half fire giant blacksmith. Yeah.
Hell yeah. And being a half fire giant, you are almost the tallest person in town. Not quite, but almost.
I'll take it.
Okay. Crow, why don't you introduce yourself and your character?
Hello, I am Resident Scarecrow, otherwise known as Crow. Please do just call me Crow. I am currently playing the lovely, short, little dwarf blacksmith coming out of retirement from his adventuring days, Roderick Stonebeard. He is... Oh, who just left? Uh-oh, are they okay?
No,
It's Claire.
everybody. Oh, okay. Okay. You're good, Crow. Continue.
Alright, just me being me,
Yep. Nope. You're
mine
good.
has to run fast unless I'm talking.
I understand, dude. You're good. Please, you're. So, Roderick, is a character that you and I came up with together, and I'm really excited to see him flourish. But also, just something for you to note: Duragar are the ones with Scottish accents. Dwarves have Southern accents.
Oh, okay, so now I have to completely redo the accent.
Yes, you do.
I feel like
And
I'm gonna
Drow
be
have-
insulting when I do it.
And Drow have Australian accents, canonically.
Okay,
Oh.
that makes sense. That is perfect because they come from a land down under.
With giant spiders, yeah. Exactly. Creepy, why don't you introduce yourself and your character, please?
I am playing the Sanguine Mother. She is a masked maiden vigilante, and she is an elf that does not exist
Exactly.
canonically.
And could I get everybody to just go through, I know Larkspur did it, but can I get everybody's pronouns, please?
She, they for both.
Okay. And then I know Bumble, you are she, they character.
Oh, she, her for now.
Cool. And Crow.
I go by he, him, and I'm gonna have Roderick use he, him as well,
Cool.
mostly because it also helps tie into his backstory.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, you guys have been contracted by both the head of the guard, Lydia Ironhand, and the Adventurer Guild leader, Gustav Remington, to find 3 people. 3 individuals have gone missing, not counting the 2 people they already sent to find them. There was an apprentice mage who worked for the Hall of Blades, known as Allegra. Allegra Twilly. She is a Hera. She is a Hera mage. She has gone missing along with two town guard recruits known as Biggs and Wedge. Square Enix, eat my ass. I'm stealing your characters. But you guys are being sent out to find what happened to them and why they've gone missing. They've been missing for about 7 days. It's about how long they wait before checking to make sure if someone is alive in the wilderness. Because normally, by this point, they're either dead or they've run away. So, you guys are going to get the chance to perhaps save their lives. Or, oh, they were Star Wars characters first. Cool. That's good to know. Now I'm also ripping off Disney.
Fuck Disney, what are they gonna do? Sue us?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so we're gonna pan in on your characters kind of meeting up. I'm gonna say at the town guard hall. You were each kind of told to come here, to speak to Lydia because she will be your quest giver. Who arrives at the guard hall first?
There's a chance that old man Roderick, having, done a similar job before in his life, would have shown up early.
Oh, absolutely. Roderick coming to the Dragonlands could totally just be a town guard. Like, that could be his occupation currently.
Yeah,
So you're just showing up to work.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right, so Roderick, you're the first one to show up. And Lydia, your boss, is this very tall, muscular catfolk woman. She is a lion pelt catfolk. She has these like glittering hazel eyes, and today they have murderous intent in them. And when you walk into the like main room of the guard hall, she is cleaning a small knife. The rag in her hand that she's using to clean it is covered in what appears to be a blue Icarus blood. It's not quite dragon's blood blue, but it's close.
Roderick will give her a quick once-over before sort of just walking up and leaning against the wall. Now, I know that look in your eye. Someone's about to get a mighty fine ass whooping. Mind cluing me in as to who?
Well, I was just interrogating, a suspect on what's been going on in a certain area of the Dragonlands, but that's not neither here nor there. That has nothing to do with your mission today.
Roderick looks at the knife, looks back at her, raises an eyebrow before just shrugging. Well, you get any of the information you need, or was the enhanced interrogation not all that worth it for you?
Oh no, I found out what was going on, and I rescued the person from within the monster. You see, on her desk is a jar full of this swirling, almost moving as if it's moving on its own, gray and like blue viscous goo.
That just raises a few more questions for me, but you know what? Shit happens.
It's a bit above your pay grade, Roderick.
I had a feeling.
Who shows up after Roderick?
I think I would.
Okay. Would you like to give us a description of the Sanguine Mother?
Well, I'd like to ask a clarifying question first.
Okay.
One of my abilities, specifically for the Masked Maiden, requires that it takes a wisdom save to put on the guise of Sanguine Mother. And that every day starts out as her social form. Would I be able to assume that by this point she has fought that fucking battle?
Oh yeah. No, absolutely. It's like 2 in the afternoon. You were told to come like later in the day because Lydia had some shit to do that morning. If you would like, you could have also eavesdropped on that conversation. Because that's kind of a
No.
thing the vigilante'd probably do.
She would, but I think she kind of has a job to do at the moment, and that's a little bit more important to her.
Okay.
In this case, however, there's 6, 7 unusually tall woman, difficult to make out features, as she is wearing full plate. And while technically this is supposed to be Grey Maiden's plate, I'm gonna flavor it just a little bit differently in that this plate seems to be some sort of exotic desert plate of sorts.
So
Where it appears
there is a
to-
thing in my world. It's called. I kind of stole it from the Elder Scrolls. It's called bone mold plate. It comes from the desert in this setting, and it is made specifically so that your eyes and things don't get hurt by the desert sand. So it would obscure your features completely if you wanted that.
Oh, could I take that with the functional statistics of Grey Maiden's plate? Because
could.
my fit, absolutely. Then yes, it is a full body plate, full facial covering.
So
Difficult to make out
the
features.
bone mold plate is actually generally molded into the form of a creature. What monster would you like your bone mold to look like?
The bone mold plate actually looks, in Mother's case, looks like an elder humanoid fae.
Fuck yeah! All right, dope.
This is intentional due to the copious research I've just been doing. An elder humanoid fae-like being, potentially a long-time ancestor of elves.
It's kind of like the divinity elves with the fucking almost exposed rib cages.
Yeah, it's unsettling to look at. She's got long sword, shield, very intricately crafted.
Those can also be made of the same material.
Is there a link to where that material is?
So no, I haven't quite gotten it down. But basically, all bone mold is monster bone and iron infused together.
Got it.
It's
I spent
like-
money.
So you could absolutely have it. It would just look similar to your plate, like in color.
For the bone mold armor, sure, I did spend money on the shield to be specifically high quality mithril.
Oh, absolutely. That it would
because
just be
that is
instead of the iron, it would be infused with the monster bone, and it comes out to a really pretty color.
oh brilliant. Yeah. Tall has a sturdy, heavy mithril bone shield then, and a long sword, and she looks around and is a little, I guess, confused. Looks like she's getting her bearings to this place.
You see Lydia kind of stand up and look you up and down and go, "Are you one of my new conscripts? The one coming to help help this little one here find my men?
I suppose if that's what you need us for, I was just told that there was things going on and a war to prevent.
Well, right now you're going to go rescue two of the people that might be fighting that, and a mage. My name's Lydia Ironhand. It's nice to meet you, and she'll kind of extend a paw. This is a 7'3"
Likewise.
lion woman. Just so you're aware.
It's not too bad. Shakes hand, fairly unfazed.
Nice to meet you.
You as well.
Now we're just waiting on the other two, and she kind of looks around and goes, one of them's a little hard to miss, tall as she is.
And
Who comes in next?
I will say as soon as that is said, Nelor goes stomping down the road. Very hard to miss. Seven half fire giant.
7'7" hair made of fire. Oh,
Blowing in the wind.
there she is. And you see Lydia kind of wave you down. Come on, in here. Duck before you come in.
What the what?
Duck before you walk through my
Oh.
threshold.
Oh, and she realizes right before her head just like slams.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, very daintily,
It's not
almost like
it's not
ducks.
made for tall people like us. I have to duck every day I come into work.
Never is around here, huh?
Yep. Apparently they're building
That's
a new building out by the governor's mansion for that stone giant lady, but I don't know.
Be nice to have something around here I could fit under.
Right? I mean, we got you now with a half giant, and we have a full giant out in the woods that's helping Arcadia. Not to mention the fact that yesterday we had a boat full of minotaurs show up, and an elf, a representative from Talos, the city of the elves. So there's a lot of things stirring here recently.
Oh gosh, it's getting busy.
Yeah, it is. Everybody, this is Nelor. Nelor, if you want to introduce yourself to Roderick, and what'd you say your name was, sweetheart? And she'll kind of point at the Sanguine Mother.
Mother. You can call me Mother.
All right. And she kind of nods and gestures to Creeper's character and goes, and this is Mother, I suppose. Now we're just waiting on the little one. What is Addie doing this afternoon? Like, whereabouts is Addie?
Addie is probably cleaning up at the nursery for too long, and then suddenly realizes that she's late.
There's a little cuckoo
And-
clock on the wall that goes off.
Oh dear, I have to go. And she just scoots out the door as quickly as her tiny little legs can take her, and I don't know if she runs, but she can like jog to
I just imagine Bilbo running through the Shire. I'm going on an adventure.
yeah, like that. Eventually makes it to the guardhouse and walks in a little bit out of breath. Hi, I'm here.
Welcome. How are the eggs doing this morning?
Oh, they're fine.
We don't got
Sapphire's taking good care of them.
we don't got any baby dragons to worry about yet, do we?
Belle, do we?
Well, actually, Fro, since you're in the audience, roll me a D10. DMing people that aren't even here.
Reaching out to the ether, just
I am.
you.
I am.
Your character's doing something.
You roll me a D10. 6.
Nice, what a thank you.
Yes. Yes, you do. All of the eggs have hatched, as a matter of fact.
Oh, yeah. 6 new ones. Real bright and real cute.
You have 6 baby dragons.
Uh-huh. Oh, you're the guard captain. Maybe I should have told you.
Yeah, that would have been something that I needed to. And you see her just write very, very quickly on a notepad.
Sorry, you have 6 baby dragons.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Have they marked anyone?
Huh?
Nope. Sorry, wrong place. Ignore me.
Oh,
You see,
I don't understand.
you
Hi.
see at that, creepy, you see the guard captain raise her eyes at you and go, "Oh no, not another one."
What do you mean another one?
When they head out, I'll explain. I don't want to. Yeah.
Is it
You-
uncommon for dragons to mark people here?
She'll gesture to Nelor, Roderick and Addie. Can y'all scoot outside for just a second and close the door on your way out? Notably, the guardhouse door is never closed.
Okay.
Ain't quite usual, but I'll allow it.
Roderick, you'll allow anything I fucking tell you to.
Roderick is giving a big old grin at that remark. Just, yeah, but someone's got to keep you on your toes nowadays.
Yeah, you're right. Currently, it's the majority of the people causing international incidents in the Underdark, but you know that's just neither here nor there. Oh yeah, no, Lydia has a spy network everywhere. She knows everything that happens in the Dragonlands.
Wow.
Oh, Lydia's gonna be real upset.
Mini beholder, Brock. Oh, you're gonna get it when you get back. Anyway, y'all step just outside the door, and Lydia closes it and goes, "So which universe are you from?"
You've met multiple.
I have. Brock Norvegicus. He's also an outsider. I make it my business to know things that most people shouldn't.
Well, I wish I could give you a satisfying answer to that, but alas, I cannot.
If you don't know which one, that's fine.
Oh, I certainly know that there's not enough of them.
Well, no, I mean the one you come from. But the only dragons that mark people are the elder ones in this world. Just so you're aware. And she'll hand you a book, and she goes, "Read up on this. It's got our pantheon in it. It's got a bit of our history in it. It should help you to fit in a little bit. Try not to blow your fucking cover."
I've done this enough.
Good.
She pulls out a book from some pocket, flips to, oh god, somewhere about halfway through. First half of the book is filled with notes, various topics. She waves her hand as a trick she picked up from before. And I guess Lydia can see the book begin to write itself with just information, like an osmosis type thing.
Yeah, kind of taking
Purely-
one book to another.
Yes,
Yeah, she's scribing.
like a Spark Notes version of this book. Yes.
Sweet.
Mhm.
Lydia will go, and just so you're aware, most people in this universe, when encountering someone in bone mold armor, will probably assume you are Fae if you're not in the desert. So, if you want to fuck with people, ask for people's names. Specifically like
Well-
that.
A connection would be very nice to improve on. Done a lot, but we'll find you people.
Thank you, I appreciate it. And
In
she-
one piece, probably.
Hopefully. Last I heard, and she'll kind of pull out a small map and point to a cave system. They were investigating this cave here, supposedly some monsters were coming up out of the Underdark. Y'all are gonna have to descend into one of the uncivilized areas of the Underdark. I suggest taking torches. I don't know how many of them can see in the dark. Though, you do have a giant woman that's basically made of fire, so that may not be a problem.
I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm basically a torch.
Yeah, actually, Nelor, you give off 10 feet of bright light and 20 feet of dull light. So,
Oh, beautiful.
and she'll kind of nod and go, all right, well, you head on out, and when you get back, I'll give you your reward. Selection of some masterwork weaponry, or each of you will get some cash on delivery. Either of their bodies, their equipment, or them alive. If you can possibly save the mage specifically, Claudio's willing to enchant whatever item whoever brings her back.
Well, people don't usually want to reward me afterwards, but it'll be fine. Thank you.
You're welcome. You head on now. And she'll go. And when you leave, close the door again. I've got some business to attend to. Now, cutting to the people that are outside, most of the time when you're outside of a building in Reckford, you can hear what's happening on the inside because they're made out of driftwood, but it is eerily silent. And Lydia is not a quiet person. When that door is shut, the building is soundproof. You don't know how she accomplished it, but it is soundproof.
Addie is idly standing, swinging her arms, just waiting.
Would either of the other two investigate in any way, trying to eavesdrop?
No.
So, Roderick has seen some stuff in his time. Would he have that inclination of... Well, he definitely would have the inclination of, I should probably figure out what's going on before it becomes a bigger problem for me?
Yeah, I'd say yeah, you probably would.
And because he's... Let's just say he's been in that building for a while, how much would he be able to listen in despite the soundproof thing? Does he know of any
Roderick specifically would know that this is a magical effect.
Damn.
He'd also know that there's a glyph of warding on it. And that'll trigger a trap if you try to listen in.
So then, would Roderick be able to put some pieces together as to what's going on?
He'd probably know that the guard captain knows something that you don't, and wanted to make sure that information didn't get out. It's something she does a lot, and when that door is closed, that means it is her business and only her business.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And about that time would be when the Sanguine Mother would come out of the door.
Hello. Are you ready to
Hey.
go? We have directions, a place, and people to collect.
Yeah, it took a while, but yeah, I think we're ready.
Lovely.
What are we doing again?
We are collecting a few people from a cave, and if we do so well enough, they will enchant some items.
Oh, okay.
Odds are we will probably have to fight somebody. Are you open to that?
I'm not good at fighting, but I don't know, I can help.
You good at healing?
I guess.
What do you do?
Oh, I don't know. I guess he'll find out.
Sure.
That's not an
This
alarm.
is
at all.
probably the first time the Sanguine Mother's ever seen a kobold.
Addie is a very small, fluffy red kobold.
Bright red fur, kind of, almost fox-like, but there's definitely like draconic essences around like the face and the tail and things of that nature.
She might have seen a kobold once or twice. They're not common.
Yeah.
Oh. You're a dragon child, yes?
No, I'm not a dragon's child. No, I'm just a kobold.
Hey,
That's
hey,
the same
Addie,
thing.
roll me a knowledge history check.
Well, yeah, I know, but Addie's mom is not a dragon.
But roll me a knowledge history check. I want to see if Addie knows that that is an ancient name for the kobolds, because it is. That is a thing that they were called.
Oh. 4. Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah, no, Addie has no fucking idea. But yeah, no, dragon children is a thing that kobolds were called because they were originally spawned from dragons. That's why kobolds can breathe fire and other breath
Yeah.
weapons.
Yeah, no, my parents were kobolds. I'm not a child of a dragon. I don't know, that makes me feel stuff.
Shouldn't. Have you looked at dragons? Put a pair of wings on you and you're a dragon.
Yeah, I seen a lot of dragons.
A little too much of dragons in your case.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But so you guys do have the directions. If you guys look over the map, the ones who haven't seen it yet, you would see that the cave marked on it is an entrance to the Underdark. I don't think any of you have been to the Underdark. Well, no, Brock has. Or not Brock, Roderick has in his day. But I don't think any of the rest of you have been to the Underdark.
No.
No.
Not this Underdark.
That's true. You've been to an Underdark, just not this one.
Been to a couple. They're all different depending on the world.
Yeah, exactly. Upon seeing the map, you guys know where you're going. Do you guys go and collect anything before you head out? It's only about a day and a half's travel from where you are now.
No, Addie's got everything.
Let me double check Roderick's inventory really quick, because I'm fairly certain I spent just about every penny he has. I did not. Let's see. Armor, weapon. Equipment. Yeah, a couple extra rations wouldn't be too harmful. So, I would like to have Roderick buy himself some extra rations for the group before they all head out.
All right. How many days worth of rations would you like to buy?
How much does a day's worth of rations cost again?
2 silver pieces.
Let's see.
It's 10 silver to a gold.
There's 4 people in the group. I'd say about, just to be safe, we'll say about 30 days worth of rations.
Cool. You can't better safe than sorry, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah.
So that's 6 gold if my math is right.
Yeah, it's about 6 gold. You gather up your rations. and you head out into the wilderness. You notice that despite normally the Soul Wood, the area you're heading out into, is normally lively. It's eerily quiet. I want everybody to make me a perception or a knowledge nature check.
Ooh. Oh shit.
So I think that's all four of us.
Okay, so the Sanguine Mother, Addie, and Roderick. Roderick and the Sanguine Mother, you notice that there's not tracks, but what appear to be the normally worn path that was walked by adventurers has bulged up out of the ground. Addie, you would know this is the sign of burrowing. Something large came through here.
Uh-oh. Hmm.
And it appears that the burrowing goes straight into the cave you guys are going into.
Maybe a dragon or a behir?
No, not that big. It's big,
Okay.
but it's not huge. Also, most of the time, dragons don't burrow.
I thought there were dragons with burrowing speed. I'm mistaken.
There are. I think it's the bronze dragons. Brass dragons are water. But no, this is not quite dragon-sized.
Okay. Well, it's concerning all the same. I wonder what did this.
With a 23, how deep are you investigating is the question.
I don't know. I will like get down on all fours, really try and understand this thing.
Roll me another nature check.
Yeah, okay.
Nope. No, you don't. You know that something did this, but you have no fucking clue what. The only thing that you can smell is acid.
Well, hope we don't find out what that is.
It's the giant killer rabbit. Monty Python tried warning us.
Alrighty, so, do you guys just go straight into, Rugs, don't spoil. Do you guys go straight into the cave, or are you gonna investigate kind of the cave entrance?
I'd say to investigate the cave entrance. A reckless adventurer is a dead adventurer.
Okay. You see footprints around where the burrowing is. You're able to kind of suss out that there were 5 separate sets of footprints. One set is incredibly light, like they're just barely there. And then another 2 seem to be heavy metal boots, but they're a little older. They seem to be about the same age-wise from time as the lighter pair, and then a pair of 2 pairs of more fresh boot prints that seem to follow the burrowing. And all of the tracks lead directly into the cave.
On the bright side, this is probably the right way. On the downside, this doesn't spell much nice. So, who's ready to go down into a cave and probably get ourselves into a bit of a fight?
Well, that's what I'm good at.
Here, I'll stand behind you.
So what is the marching order going into the cave? move you all so I can put you in the order that you want to be in.
I'll either do like first or second.
I feel like Big Girl should lead the charge. At least she would want to.
You should have control of your tokens, so you
Ah,
can go ahead and put yourselves in the order you want to be in.
delightful.
And you do not have to be in a straight line. You can head into the cave. Like, I'm just gonna put everything into where the audience can see it.
Hmm.
There we are. Now they can. Now everybody can see your lovely little um
Morbos.
yeah, Blorbos. So as you enter the cave, you do notice that there are torches set up, as if someone had made a bit of a like camp here. You see a glowing coming from this direction over here, and you see two discarded backpacks in this general direction from the glow of the torch. Which way would you like to go?
Well, the backpacks are a sign of people. You should probably look at them.
Yeah.
Glowing is also usually a sign that something's over there.
It does look like torchlight. Like it is similar in like lighting to a torch.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's bait, but we should check it out.
Hmm.
Okay, who will go and actually physically investigate the backpacks is the question.
I'll do it.
Cool.
Okay. So you kind of head through the caves. You notice that on the walls there's some scratching, and then going in toward where the backpacks are, there is more burrowing going up this way. And as you advance, because I believe the Sanguine Mother has dark vision, yeah?
Elves have low light.
Okay, so you'd be able to see because of both the giant in your party and the torch to about right there. So you do see that there is another path that leads up, and that's kind of where the burrowing goes. Roll me a are you going through the backpacks, or are you just kind of moving them around to make sure they're not trapped?
I want to see if I can, I guess, find any identifying information.
Okay. Roll me a perception check, because I don't believe there's an investigation in.
There is not.
Okay.
No.
I've been playing so many different systems. It's not funny. It's amazing what not wanting to give Wizards of the Coast your money will do.
17.
Okay, so with a 17, you find that there are some marks of rank on here. It's the coat of arms of Reckford, which is what the town guard, have on their packs. Inside there are basic traveling equipment. There's a 10-foot pole. There's some caltrops, some like climbing gear. These are backpacks of town guards that came to investigate.
Any sign of corpses?
No corpses, but definitely boot prints going. It looks like they're running away from the burrow. Like something was
Deeper.
chasing them deeper into the cave.
Oh, these fucking idiots. Gods help us. We found there are town's guards who had the brightest idea that when they were chased to run deeper into the cave and leave behind all their shit. They're probably dead. We should find their corpses, if they weren't eaten.
Shit, that's bleak.
I mean, I wouldn't go as far as just assume off the bat that they're dead, but
They
yeah,
ran away from the
probably
end.
are.
They ran away from the exit, left behind all their shit, and was chased by this big fucking thing.
Addie, roll me a perception check.
Okay. 15.
There are 3 sets of footprints that lead into that area of the cave that you're going toward.
Hmm. 3. How many guards were we looking for?
So you're looking for 2 guards and a mage, and then 2 more guards came here looking for those 3. You are the second group to be sent here.
Okay. That's 5 people we should be looking for. These are 3 sets of footprints.
And 2 more are the other direction.
Right. Well, those ones are probably alive.
Oh, that's
there's
good.
there's no burrowing going toward the way that they came from.
Hmm. Which group do we find first?
The group we're being paid to find.
Right. Yeah.
Technically, if you like on the contract, it says that if you find the other 2, you'll get an extra like 20 gold per head, but like it's not that's not much.
They might have information, but also they ran away. I don't know if they want to be found or if they really would be useful at all.
How long
I'm
ago
still-
were they sent?
They were sent about a week and a half ago.
I say we follow the 3 if we're
These
looking for
prints
3.
look about 3 days old.
These ones do?
Yep.
And when did those 3 go missing?
Those 3 went missing about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, so who the fuck are these footprints?
So the 3 that went missing about 3 weeks ago, those 3 are like those footprints look old. Then 2 more people were sent out here looking for them. Those would be the 2 town guards' backpacks you just found.
But there's 3 sets of footprints going up this way?
Nope, there's two sets of footprints going this way, and sets of footprints going this way, and 3 that head this way.
Oh,
The initial contract was to find these 3. But you were offered more money if you find all of them.
oh my god, they're so they even fucking ran away from the people they were okay, we should leave them for dead. I don't think we should go up north then. If there's a big burrowing thing up there, we should find the people we're charged with finding and see if we can find the others on the way.
Yeah. Plus, if we find the 3, then fighting whatever was burrowing would be even easier.
Sound
That
logic?
is also true.
The more the merrier.
Alright, off we go then.
All right. So you guys are heading over toward this area, this little encampment area.
Encampment.
Yeah, that's what the glowing is for
Oh.
most of the time.
Uh-huh.
There's torches. There's torchlight coming from over here.
Oh goody.
Ooh, the Sanguine Mother has stepped far enough to see that. Just inside the cavern, there are torches. They're a little farther in, revealing this area, but also there are fire beetles.
Oh goody. There are little insect dragons over there we should probably kill.
These beetles are about the same size as Addie.
Oh. Itty bitty. So little.
So tiny.
You
And,
guys
there,
up
and there
to-
is also glowing coming from up here.
Do they look like they are creatures with brains that can communicate?
They appear to be swarm insects. They're not quite intelligent, but they're about as smart as your average ant.
Can I tell which one doesn't get to sleep in a bed?
So these insects don't seem to be the ones who made this encampment. there are very clear signs that this was once inhabited by humanoids.
Got it. So one of them isn't like the runt of the litter and doesn't
Oh.
get to sleep in a bed because they're tiny.
Oh no, there's absolutely a runt to the litter. It's the one in the middle. It's much smaller than the rest of them.
Well, there's beetles. Should we? It looks like they've overrun this encampment. We could kill them.
If Nelor would like to try and speak to the beetles, what languages does Nelor speak?
Neller speaks Common, Draconic, Giant, and Ignan.
Okay, which language would you like to try and communicate with the beetles in?
Ignan is worth a shot, maybe.
Okay,
Yeah,
what do you
fire
say?
language.
She tries to communicate something like, "Hello, we are here. We are not here to attack or harm you. We are looking for." She hesitates and she's like, "Missing friends."
They all, in unison, turn toward you and
Ye-
begin to slowly advance on you. The first one, the one up front, will move about right here, and in Ignan reply, "Friends? What friends? We only know of the armored ones. Brittle
Oh.
shells, easy to crack."
Oh, that might have been them. How many of these there were there?
3 go that way, one with no shell, soft. The other 2 run from Onkeg.
Ah,
Unkeg.
okay.
Roll me a knowledge nature to see if you know what the fucking Onkeg is.
Oh, I don't roll that. I don't speak fire.
If Nellor would, I'm assuming, tell everyone what they're saying.
Oh yeah, like kind of just like as an interpreter, basically.
Nope.
Huh?
And would Roderick roll?
You know what? He probably doesn't know, but he'll at least try and rack his memory.
Roderick
my
is the
God.
only
Yes.
one that fucking knows.
Roderick got here from years of experience.
I knew that was gonna happen too.
I was about to say he wouldn't know. He's not gonna try.
So
but
it's a
just
little
before
hard to
now.
describe what an Onkeg is. So that's an Onkeg.
Where did you? What's an on-cake?
Can you guys not see that?
Where am I looking?
I can see it because I have the stream open.
I
Oh,
cannot
yeah,
see.
it's one of those guys.
Yeah. So an Onkeg,
Oh,
an Onkeg
Oh, that.
is a massive insect. It stands on 2 legs, and it has 6 leg-like appendages on its upper torso, upper thorax, and then it has 4 pincers on its mouth. It has a triangular-shaped head, and its pincers spit and bite acid. This is what was chasing the 2 town guard. It is not actually where you are, but it was just easier to give you the visual representation.
mm-hmm.
You see, Roderick, upon remembering what an on-cake is, just goes, "Ah! Well, fair shit." So,
What?
long story short, we gotta deal with a big bug that lets us stand on 2 legs and either spit or bite with acid.
It also burrows 60 feet under the ground with its movement speed.
Ooh.
It's also probably the thing that's been chasing the 2 fellers that went the other way.
Well,
So we're gonna end
probably.
up with that thing's neck of the woods here soon.
I mean, hey, this interaction went really well. Um, there could be an opportunity to end this peacefully.
Sure.
You see the fire beetle kind of turn his head and Inignan go, There is no peace with the Ankeg.
Uh.
It eats everything and everyone. We flee
Oh.
from it. But we
We could
flee
eat
from
it.
its brother faster.
Brother?
Yes. The Umber Hulk.
Oh.
The what?
Again, if y'all wanted to figure out what an Umber Hulk is, roll me knowledge of nature.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Oh my god!
Man, that's a lot of
Everyone-
15s.
beautiful rolls.
The only person who didn't get a 15 got a 16. I love that.
Beautiful.
Okay, so the Umber Hulk is a larger, more harder carapace creature. It resembles kind of a bipedal beetle with similar pincers to the Onkeg. And if you look a Umber Hulk dead in the eyes, it can stun you for a round.
So you could
You
say
can
it
play
has a
back.
rather stunning visage.
It does. It absolutely does.
Stunning good looks.
Hot.
So, you see these beetles. The beetles kind of look to you and go, "If you are after your friends, you may wish to hurry. The Umber Hulk stalks them in the dark."
I see. Thank you for your help. I'm glad we could communicate about this, because I know there's often a, well, I feel like some people around here would like to, instead of communicating, use their weapons as words.
It is understandable. Most of my kind do not communicate with yours. We more see you as food. Though the giants, they treat us well, so we often parley with your folk.
Well, I'm honored. I hope we can meet again someday.
If you give us directions to your settlement, we will, in fact, meet again.
Well, let's see if we see you on the way out, and because we got a few folks to find.
Understood. And he will skitter back to the rest of his group. And they will... the rest of you can hear, like, chittering, like they're communicating something. Nellor, you hear them discussing, like, them following you when you leave.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's not cool.
Hey, quick question.
Yes.
Can Roderick have, whilst the investigation of those two packs was going on, can Roderick have just stolen the 10-foot pole?
Yeah, you could have stolen any of the items from in there. The caltrops, the 10-foot pole, blanket, bedroll, any of that shit.
10-foot pole is one of the only things that he probably wouldn't have much room for.
Alrighty. So yeah, Roderick can absolutely take the 10-foot pole.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Is it collapsible or is it just a hole?
It is
Just a stick.
it collapses to a 5-foot pole where you can put it on your back. It's meant for poking for traps. That's what it does.
Hmm.
So where do you
And
guys
that's
head
why
from here?
Roderick is grabbing it.
So you know a bit of information about both ways. One way has an Onkeg, the other one has an Umber Hulk. Where are you going?
Which one was after the 3?
That would be toward the Umber Hulk this way.
Yeah, we can take it.
Yeah, we got those. Umber Hulk.
Roderick, roll me a perception check.
Oh
You
dear.
got there first.
Let's see. Because my perception is not the greatest.
Oh.
Nat 1, total 5.
Sanguine
Oh.
Mother, since you got there next, roll perception. Oof, all right. Nelor, you're next. Every failed perception roll is 5 points out of their HP.
Oh, it's only
Okay,
5 points.
So Nelor gets it. Nelor, you hear the sounds of battle coming from above.
Uh-oh,
Uh,
they're fucked.
you hear loud chittering and the scream of basically a death throw as someone goes down. What
fuck.
are you doing?
She rushes in.
Okay, Nelor rushes in. I will now reveal the battlefield.
Oh,
Oh, look at the little guys.
really cute, actually.
And the town's guards.
Yeah, those are the
Wizard's
town's
dead.
guards. And there's the wizard.
Bunny.
How tall is
Yeah.
this fucking wizard?
Say what?
How tall is this wizard?
She is 7'1".
Oh,
She's
that's
big.
really short.
She's a Hera, but she's not super tall. But yeah, so you do see in front of the one of the town's guard has has acid over the front of his plate. You see the Hera mage unconscious behind the paladin in front, who has kind of pushed her companion backwards and is standing shield and sword toward this massive carapace monster that is stalking toward them. This thing's bigger than you, Nelor.
Oh. Oh no.
It's like a foot and a half taller than you are.
Terrifying. I love it.
And it's
kind of
twice
cute.
as wide.
Oh.
Okay, so, because you rushed in and this thing is not paying attention to you, I will give you all a surprise round. What are you doing?
Beating the shit out of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alrighty. So here's what I'm gonna have you do. All of you roll initiative. I'm not gonna have it roll initiative yet. I am going to have it roll after you. After you guys have gone for one turn, and then after that, we'll go. Oh shit. Addie is...
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Addie's on it.
Addie is fucking on it. Holy shit.
Ah,
Okay, so let me get your initiatives typed into my initiative tracker.
Love how I rushed in, but I'm still falling behind a little bit.
Yeah, you start to rush in, and then Addie is immediately faster than you. Tiny little kobold got the zoomies.
Yeah, just zooms past me, just flies up.
Cobalt giving coffee?
You know. Alrighty, so, Addie, what are you doing?
What am I doing? How far can I move? Let's see. Where is that? Oh, I've only got 20 feet of movement. What can I do? Okay, from there.
Remember, because this is the Unchained Action economy, you can use 2 half actions to dash. So you can just use 1 full action to dash.
Okay, that does
move up
change
40
things
feet.
for me. Yeah, let's see. 40 feet. Oh, yeah. Yep, I move there. And I cast... Does this work? Yeah, sure. I'll try color spray. See if I can stun it.
Okay. It needs to make a DC 15 will save, alright? It's gonna have disadvantage on that. Just give me 1 second. And that's gonna be... just so y'all are aware, the Umber Hulk rolled a 4 on his initiative. So when it is his turn, he will go last.
Excellent.
Okay, so the Umber Hulk rolls and fails his will save.
Cool. I'm assuming it's got more than 5 hit dice, so just stunned for a round. Is that in range or should I move one further? I do have more move range.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, so you are able to stun him for a round. Up next, you have 2 more actions. You have 1 more action. What would you like to do?
Do I have one more action?
You moved twice, so that's 1 full action. Then you used color spray. You have 1 more action.
Okay. In that case, I just check if this is a touch thing. Nope, within 30 feet. I'm gonna give Fury to... How close is Nelor? I'm gonna give Fury to Nelor.
Oh,
Gain +2 attack, +2 save versus fear for 3 rounds.
oh, thank you.
Okay. Roderick, you are next.
So I'm just gonna have.
People got the highest initiative.
Sorry,
Makes
that's
sense.
4 rounds. I gotta fix that.
So because the tracker says this is roughly 30 feet to run here,
Mm-hmm.
that's what Roderick's gonna do.
Okay.
And I take it move is a single standard action?
Nope.
Or
it's a half
is that-
action. 2 movements, a dash is a single standard action.
Nice. So that means I still have 2 attacks and then another half action.
Yep.
So, first things first.
And remember, if you have an iterative attack, meaning if you have a BAB of 6 or higher, you have to declare the iterative attack before you make your attack roll, because you can make 1 attack, you can make 2 attacks in one action if you have an iterative attack, but you only can do it once per round.
Sadly, he does not have an iterative attack yet. But he that would have been a dash action because dwarves only have a 20-foot move speed,
Okay.
but they are never bothered by armor or encumbrance. So,
Okay.
so he does still only have those 2 actions.
Yep. You've
And
got
I
2
do not have
actions.
it. And I do not have iterative attack yet, so I will just.
You can attack twice.
I can. I'm just gonna have to, because I forgot to actually set this up.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to swing his trusty little battle axe, so that is a plus. Did I get it right? Yes! That is a 10 to hit.
That'll be a miss on this very large bug. You make contact, but it does not make purchase.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
You have, however,
now for
garnered
his-
its attention.
And he's going to use his second action to try and attack again. I guess this is technically his third. 13. I take it that also doesn't break through its chitinous hide.
No, not quite.
It's stunned. Is there advantage for that, or actually I should
No.
look that up?
No.
Okay.
I
This
think
is-
that just imposes disadvantage when it attacks, right?
No, stunned means it cannot act for a round. Meaning, not only do you get a free round for this round, you get the next round free too.
Oh, I love that.
Stunned, I think, gives also a -2 to AC.
Oh, if it's a -2 to AC, then yeah. That second attack hits. Roll damage.
That's right.
Yes. That's 11 damage.
Okay, so you guys see Roderick's axe make purchase into the carapace of this giant behemoth of a beast, and it like screams out, and you feel the ground begin to rumble.
If that's the case, with the ground rumbling, I'm not gonna have Roderick say anything in response yet. So, who's next?
That would be Nelor. You're up.
Oh gosh.
You got this.
That's I was measuring it out. I cannot reach
You can dash.
Arcbo.
You can dash.
I can dash. Okay, wait, good point. Okay, so I will go between the I'll go here.
Okay, so you have 2 actions left.
Okay. Lovely. I'm gonna take a big old swing of a we'll go great sword this time.
Alrighty. So yeah, that hits, and you do 15 points of damage to this this fucking big beastie, and it screeches out again, and the ground shakes harder. Roll me a reflex save.
Oh no. Where are you? Where is
Everybody,
oh, there it is.
everyone, roll me a
Oh
reflex save.
no. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, my worst.
Addie and Nelor, you are not prone, but you do fall on your ass for a moment as you see, burrowing begin to happen in a circle around, like that.
Oh.
Well, that ain't good.
Very not good.
You have 1 more action. What are you doing?
It's just to make sure it's still right in front of me.
Oh yeah, it's still right in front of you. It's not
Okay.
burrowing, but something is.
Oh, that's somehow worse. Great sword.
That'll hit again. Another
Yeah.
13 points of damage against this thing.
Yeah.
And another loud shriek. And very suddenly, up from the ground, pops the Yonkeg.
Oh,
Oh,
oh no.
So, now it is the Sanguine Mother's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna try something a little funky. First action will be get up here.
Mm-hmm.
So this thing is stunned. This one here.
Yes, the Umber Hulk is stunned.
Yes, so that means combat maneuvers have a +4 against it.
Yes.
So I'm going to attempt to trip it,
yes.
which
Okay.
should give me a +11 to that roll.
Okay. Can you trip something that is a size category larger than you?
I think it only matters for their, what is it, combat maneuver defense?
Yeah, CMD. So
Yes.
Okay, so his CMD is not quite 23, it's 20. So you are able to
Right.
knock this thing prone.
Which means it has a -4 on attack rolls, cannot use ranged weapons, and a -4 cumulative penalty to AC. So it should be at a -6 right now.
Yep. Alrighty.
So I'm gonna stab it.
So that's your
Second act.
Yeah, your second action. So you have one more, and then you're gonna stab it. Holy shit! Natural 20.
Oh!
Okay, so what is your weapon's critical multiplier?
Should be a ×2.
Okay, so you're gonna add your max weapon damage on top of a rolled damage. So you can either keep that 8, or you can roll damage again to see if you get a higher number, and then add your maximum damage to it. Whatever your maximum damage before modifiers would be.
So I why is it saying 21 there? What the fuck is that?
We don't know
It's-
why it does that. We just ignore that number.
Let's just roll 20.
Sure. Okay. Okay, so then standard I'd be doing what, 16 damage there then?
Yeah, I believe so. Because
Yeah, sounds about right.
It's a D8, right, for your weapon?
Yes.
Then yeah,
it
you'd be doing
is.
that would be 16 points of slashing damage.
Lovely. Yeah, I'll do that.
And it is still prone on the ground.
Yeah.
Did you have to dash to get where you are, or did
Yes,
you?
that is all 3 of my actions.
Okay, cool. So now it is the NPC's turn. So she's gonna move over here and cast Lay on Hands. So the wizard is not dead. You see her kind of like starting to breathe as she looks around. Oh, goodness gracious, what is? Oh no! And she'll cast Silence on the Umber Hulk, so that it can't make noise before realizing that it already got the Ankeg's attention.
Oh.
And then this fighter man, because it's really all he's good for is fighting, is going to approach with his meager 10 hit points left, and will he is going to slash 3 times with his longsword. Hitting the first one. Hitting for the second one. And missing the third. Dealing a total of 9 damage from his standard longsword. And now it brings us to the top of the round. And that would be Addie, your turn.
Okay.
The Unkeg is going to move on the initiative of the Umber Hulk.
Alright. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna cast Scare, and at my level I can choose 2 targets. There are 2 enemies. If they have less than 6 hit dice, they become frightened of me.
Okay.
On a DC of, for the Umber Hulk it's 18, and for the Unkeg it's 17.
So the Umber Hulk is immune to fear. However, the Unkeg will roll the save.
That's good to know.
And fail. The Unkeg is afraid of Addie.
And so it must flee.
Yeah. So it is going. You guys see the Unkeg burrow under the ground. We're just gonna I'm just gonna put a little marker that shows that it is under the ground. So you cannot attack the Unkeg currently.
That just lasts 5 rounds.
Wonderful. And you have 2 more actions. What you doing?
I can't cast more than 1 spell a turn.
Yes, you can, as long as you have the spell slots.
Okay. What else can I do?
Remember, cantrips are half actions.
Yeah, I don't got any cantrips for this.
How often can you use your hexes?
My hexes are useless here. Oh, I guess Fury.
Yeah, that's a good one, actually. How long does Fury last?
4 rounds.
Okay, so just had to put that little symbol on Nelor.
Why don't I have the number of times I can use my hex?
Question: do your hexes require concentration?
Nope.
Okay.
Doesn't say they do. It is 1 time per person. Okay. So next, I guess Mother Dearest will get Fury, and our dear friend, the I don't remember your name, Crow. What? Roderick. Okay, everyone has Fury now.
Awesome. So you guys all have
Uh,
Fury.
What's the wording on Fury? Just want to check
Let me hold it
something.
back up again.
Shaman incites a creature with 30 feet into Primal Fury. The target receives +2 morale bonus on attack rolls and +2 resistance bonus on saving throws against fear for a number of rounds equal to the Shaman's Wisdom modifier. And at 8th and 16th levels, these bonuses increase by 1. Once a creature has benefited from the Fury Hex, it cannot benefit it from it again for 24 hours.
Well, on the plus side, I get a bonus to my wisdom saves against fear. On the downside, I don't get a +2 to attack rolls.
You already have a morale bonus.
I can't benefit from morale bonuses.
That is
Sucks to suck, I guess.
The other thing that
That
Hattie
is
can
well-
do is you do have a fire breath weapon.
That's true. All of my allies are in the way, though.
That's true.
The fire lady can tank it.
Yeah, the one with fire resistance absolutely can take it. It's the rest of you that I think can't.
Addie will move away, and that's the turn.
Alrighty, and so next up is Roderick.
Well, time for a line. What is this? 2, 3?
2.
Time for line 2. Same as line 1, where we just swing at something and hope it dies.
Second verse, same as the first.
Exactly.
So that hits.
So that means we roll damage. A lovely.
No.
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Nope.
I forgot to put a
D0.
1 in there, so I rolled a D0.
Yeah, you did.
1d1
12 damage to the Umberhole.
12 points of damage. You see Roderick sink his axe in one more time, and so the Umber Hulk is going to use what is known as a villain action. This is a mechanic I picked up recently. And Roderick, as your axe makes purchase, make me a reflex save.
What the fuck is it doing?
Uh-oh. 15.
Does not quite make it. Roderick, you and the Umber Hulk both burrow 20 feet under the ground.
It is stunned, isn't it?
It's still stunned, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
And
Get
prone.
fucked.
Prone wouldn't matter for the burrow.
But prone would matter for
the
my
grapple,
attacking, so I would actually be getting an extra +6 to attack, wouldn't I?
Yes, you would.
Either a +6 or -6 to AC, but it's functionally the same.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, you'd be getting a +6. But yeah, you're hitting. But I'm calculating the negative to AC, so in my head.
All right, so that means I don't have to worry about the.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. Go ahead and roll attack again, because I know you're gonna Yeah, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, I'm making sure that I'm keeping him simple.
All right.
Okay, 13 damage.
Describe how you kill the Umber Hulk, please.
Fucking put down.
Fuck these Umber Hulks.
So the first swing this action is more or less towards the back of the leg, so it cannot stand even when it tries to get up. The second attack just goes splitting to the head right down the middle. Kind of
Okay.
gets stuck a little bit in the
Make a reflex save.
chest cavity, so he has to. Oh god, I'm getting splattered by acid, aren't I?
Yes, you are. It bleeds like a xenomorph.
How much damage do I take?
Let me roll. Technically, everyone within 5 feet, in facing Rod that's over on Roderick's side, has to roll me a reflex save. DC 15.
So that's everyone but Adi.
Yeah. It's everyone but Addy. You all take 12 points of acid damage as it dies.
Yes, it's fine.
And because the Ankeg is underground, these folks just kind of approach thinking that combat is over. It is now. Now my question is, because you guys don't know where the Ankeg went, you just saw it burrow. Do your characters think that combat is over?
Oh, there's a
Addy
fucking
does not.
Ankeg on the loose.
Alrighty, so that would mean it is now Nellor's turn. What are you doing?
I forgot I was muted. It's still underground, yeah?
Yep, it is 60 feet below the ground.
Ugh. 60 feet, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. This is kind of a long shot.
Calculating the risk.
It's more of just like, will this even work? Because I don't know if it falls under this category.
Okay. Tell me what you got in mind.
I was thinking of detect magic because the range is 60 feet and maybe there's some sort of magical element on it.
So, from everybody's nature rolls before, this is a
Mhm.
natural creature that is not. It's not a magical creature.
Yeah.
So
There's
this
a shot.
is something that naturally appears within the Underdark. So no, that won't quite work.
Worth a shot.
If you want to peek down into the hole that it left, you absolutely can.
Yeah, before Nellor does that, she kind of like directs like a stop, like hand gesture at the three who are just casually coming up.
Okay.
And then she runs over to the hole and looks down.
What you see in the darkness with the flame on your hair, is just two round, like, you know what cat's eyes look like in the dark? Just staring at you. It's very angry.
It's very angry, huh?
Yep, it's pissed.
Oh man, that's so. The poor thing. I mean, we should really set it on fire.
Okay, let me roll. Let me roll. Actually, it can't, because it would have to burrow further. It immediately fails that.
Oh.
And takes 6 points of fire damage.
Oh no! Wait, sorry. It's a range of 15 feet. It wouldn't reach it.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
I think we have about 30 seconds before this thing is within range.
Yeah. Can I just okay. No burning hands.
Uh-huh.
Can I just taunt her?
You can. Roll
Hold on.
me a... Let's go with just a straight charisma check.
Okay. Oh.
Uh-oh.
So it doesn't take much because this creature's already pissed off at you. For it to, because you're not Adi, it will use its villain action to try and attempt to grab you.
Oh.
From 60 feet down?
It can move up to 120 feet while under the ground.
Oh
If
no.
there is a
Can
straight
it move
shot,
toward me?
it can't move toward you, but it can move toward Nelor.
Hmm.
So it's technically, because it kind of has clocked where you are, because
Mhm.
Tremor Sense, it's attempting to jump up here and grab and then pull Nelor under. Nelor, I will give you, roll me a reflex save, and if you succeed on a DC 10, you can have both your actions before it can act again. And it is within 10 feet of you.
Okay. It's within 10 feet. Okay. Uh, okay. Looking over spells.
And the taunt, I'm gonna say, was a free action. Like it didn't burn any of your actions to do that.
Appreciate it. Oh, I'll try to defend myself with burning hands.
Okay. Because it is again still stuck on in its little tunnel. It can't dodge that, so it just tanks the 7 points of fire damage that you have just shot at it.
Ah, shit.
It is even
I wanted.
angrier now.
So it is just going straight up that hole. I can
Yeah,
see
it's
it
just
coming
straight
up.
up and down. Yeah, at this point the hole's just straight up and down, and it is 10 feet from you, directly
Okay.
down.
Okay. Okay. I have a horrible idea.
Tell me your horrible
Do it.
idea.
Can I kind of purposefully fall down the hole with my greatsword pointed down right at it?
So what I'm gonna need you to do is do me two things.
Yep.
First, roll me an attack roll. Then roll me an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Holy shit. So the greatsword hits, stabs into it, roll me acrobatics.
Mm,
So I'm gonna
It's not
have
bad
you
for my
add a
negative
plus
4.
10 to that because you are on top of an Ankeg, which is essentially a giant shield underneath you. You do not take what would have been 6d10 damage. You are fine. You are just stuck at the bottom of a 60-foot hole with a dead Ankeg.
Oh.
Roll me a reflex save.
Oh my
Uh-oh.
gosh.
Because once again, this
Oh.
thing... Oh, yeah. Acid blood.
Yikes.
Please, please, please.
You take 12 more points of damage.
Oh shit.
Holy fuck.
Are you at one fucking hit point?
Yeah.
Oh
boy.
my god! You survived at one fucking hit point! That's so fucking dope! Okay, so what I want you to do is describe to me what Nelor does as Nelor thinks over this plan and then fucking murders the Ankeg?
Okay, so she does burning hands and just shoots fire from her hands and watches it tank it, and she's like, oh fuck, I can't really even do anything. What am I gonna do? Shoot more fire at it when it's done nothing? So she kind of thinks for a second and pulls out her greatsword again. Kind of does like she feels like it's an internal shrug, but it comes out as an actual shrug, and breathes in deeply, jumps down the hole, and strikes it at the right time.
What did the rest of you do when you see this happen? Combat's over.
Addie.
You can move freely. What are you doing?
Addie mutters
did you
under her breath. That's so hardcore.
Why the fuck did you jump down a 60-foot? Jesus fucking Christ. How are we gonna get you out of there?
She's got more balls than brains, but shit, it worked.
Did any of you happen to find my backpack? You hear from behind you.
We
Oh,
found
yeah.
multiple backpacks.
My backpack had 100 foot of rope in it.
That'll do it.
I did not care to check.
You see the wizard kind of come over as well and go, I also technically, and then she disappears into a purple portal, and then you see a hand offered to you, Nelor, coming out of a purple portal.
Oh, well, you could do that, but you can't escape this fucking cave.
Ooh.
Dimension door only goes 60 feet.
Oh, that's convenient. Nelor is, barely standing, covered in acid burns, and just kind of sees this hand. And I feel like she thinks it's an illusion, or she thinks it's some deity.
Come on.
But she grabs it anyway.
You see the tall bunny lady pull Nelor out of the portal. You are now back at the top, Nelor.
Nelor probably collapses to the ground after going through the portal.
How did they get stuck in this cave for 3 weeks?
Technically, we weren't just in this cave. We've been a few places in the Underdark investigating what we were told to investigate, and what I've realized is that there is a fucking Mind Flayer colony in the Underdark.
Oh, that's a fun one.
Oh.
Well, shit.
Little tentacle people with the pet brains.
They work a little differently than that, but yes, essentially. They're symbiotes. They come from some other extraplanar area and take over a host body by enveloping it in a sort of... It's like a purple amorphous ooze. And then they become the tentacle-faced assholes that we all know and love. Essentially, there's a big fucking colony of them, and we came to investigate to see if this was an entrance to the colony, and then were trapped by the Umber Hulk. I was knocked unconscious before I realized what was happening, otherwise I could have gotten us out of there. My companions have been facing... This is, I think, the second Unkeg we've killed in 3 weeks. So,
We've killed.
well, yes, you killed this one, but I'm talking about before you arrived. But thank you.
Lovely.
Genuinely, thank you for saving us.
Well, try and make sure you don't get caught by something else as we get you out of here. They've been worried about you for 3 weeks.
Well, glad someone was. I'm glad they sent people. I appreciate you. And you see
Speaking of sending,
the bunny, breathes deep, and she's just, finally able to relax now that there are people here that can make sure they don't die on the way out.
speaking of sending people, wasn't there another group that was sent after y'all, and we're also supposed to collect them?
You mean the group that ran in the opposite direction of them got trapped by a non-keg and probably died?
I wonder if this is the same Unkeg.
Well, we could
I
go
mean, based
find
on
them.
the fact that they said they fought a couple extra on keg, I'm willing to bet that not the same on keg.
We could go look.
Let's heal first.
So I will allow you, if you want, before you go head off that way. I'm stealing the 5th edition mechanic of short rests. You can roll 2 hit die per short rest.
Alright.
Alright. Yes, please.
We had our con mod, yeah? We had our con mod, right?
Yeah, you do.
Healing? Okay.
So it's you add the con mod after or per die?
After.
Per dies 5th edition.
Yeah, but I'm modifying it just a smidge.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh,
Good.
Yeah, no, you healed straight to full.
Right, is right.
wait, how do I determine my hit die?
Your
What's
class.
Class?
Oh,
Oh, you've got the
God.
funky class too.
Yeah.
What are your classes?
Magus.
I
Nick.
think
I will double check.
Magus
Oh,
is either a D8 or a D10. I can't remember.
D8, just found it.
Oh, they're squishy in this edition.
A little bit.
I'm a little squishy myself, and I'm doing fine.
Yeah.
You also didn't jump into a 60-foot hole.
That is true.
You know, after some resting, Nelor's doing pretty alright.
Yeah. Nellor's doing pretty good.
Oh my gosh. I sat there for like a solid like however long and I was like, is this the stupidest thing I could ever do? Will I lose Nelor on her first quest?
Fucking close.
And I was like, it's worth it. Let's try.
You got quite an acid bath. Your skin is so exfoliated.
Oh my gosh, Nelor's so soft right now.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
soft.
But yeah, y'all are able to rest, and as you rest, you do see, kind of in your periphery, the fire beetles coming to investigate, and they swarm the body of the Umber Hulk.
And
Oh
eat it?
yeah, go ahead and
Yes, and
feast
they
on our
eat it.
kill.
Yeah, they eat it. They set it on fire and then they eat it.
Even ask first, ungrateful little bastards.
You, fucking Nellor here's first come, first serve.
First come first. We killed the fucker.
You weren't eating it.
You know what? Go for it.
Like old horn. Sure. Alright.
But yeah, so what are you guys doing now?
We gotta check out the other people, right?
Oh yeah.
Make sure they're not dead.
That is up to you guys. So you guys can go on and head out if you want, and I will move the NPCs with you.
Lovely.
They will kind of wait on you guys to advance first before they go.
I love how I'm the only one not like at full health right now. I feel like it's very appropriate.
I mean,
Oh,
most
you'll
of
be
the
okay.
NPCs are also not at full health. If that helps.
Oh, there we go. True. It's just more like I am the one who jumped down the hole, so I shouldn't be at full health.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You
I like being a little
absolutely
start.
trounced by that very large drop. Okay, so as you advance forward, you do see the corpses of the two other guard, and they are very dead. They appear to have been melted by acid. Their armor still kind of intact, as are their marks of rank. They were only initiates, so they were newer recruits in the town.
They
guard.
sent initiates after people who were going to the Underdark? Who was in charge of this shit?
Gustav Remington.
I have words with that man.
Is there any sign of where the unkeg would have went?
There is a very large burrow hole right in front of these two that seems to go in the direction of the room you guys were in. If you look in the hole, it actually goes this way. It connects the rooms like that.
Okay, so the same unkeg.
It was the same. You did fight the same Ongeg that killed these two.
Well, we already got vengeance on these two, I suppose.
It died so afraid.
It did. It did die very, very afraid. But yeah, so you guys are able to kind of, if you want, collect the bodies. If not, you can collect their helmets, and that counts.
I don't think there's much of a body to
It's
collect.
well, there's a corpse. It's just mostly covered in acid.
No,
Roderick will take the
Sucks,
bodies.
The swords, you notice, are completely untouched. They are like there's acid on them, but they're undamaged.
fuck are these swords made of?
Roll Arcana. Knowledge Arcana. They are
So
made
do
of
I
a
choose-
material known as Balerian bronze. It is a acid resistant material, and it is and it has the ability to harm incorporeal objects.
Oh, fancy. Probably.
Oh, at least they
those.
had something worth carrying.
Creepy, you had said something. What was it? I couldn't
Oh,
hear you when you
I
talked
mean,
at the same time.
we could probably pick those up.
Yeah,
mean-
you can keep those swords. They will not stop you from doing so. They are long swords. They kind of look like the Greek spatha. If you want to, it's S-P-A-T-H. If you want to look up.
Oh, I love those ones.
Yeah,
The little short guys.
No, that's a gladius. The spatha is like, imagine the gladius but longer.
Ah, right. They look like cartoon swords.
Yeah, they do. But yeah, so you're able to kind of take it, and that's, if you would like, you can keep that sword, and I'll send you the stats for it later.
I'd stick with my long sword,
Okay.
but I'll keep them unless anybody else wants them.
No, I'm good.
Okay. I have placed those in an inventory list, or a loot list, essentially. Are you taking any other pieces of their armor? Their helmets, their shields, and their swords. None of those seem to be harmed by the acid.
I'm fairly certain Roderick isn't actually wearing a helmet, despite all of his art showing he is, so I guess now's a good time to give him a helmet.
Okay. Roderick, I'm gonna let you use that 14 to identify the helmet, since Creepy identified the swords. This is a helmet it's a helmet of toughness. Basically, it adds +2 to the normal AC that armor would carry. So basically, it just gives you a +2 to your AC.
Nice.
And then the shields are made of the same bronze material as the long swords.
Hmm.
But yeah, so you have You've gained the equipment you needed to show the one second, my brain is not functioning. The town guard, the head town guard, Lydia Ironhide, that her men, 2 of her men are dead, and the rest of them are alive. You have saved, and they will introduce themselves as Biggs, Wedge, and Allegra. So you did save the initial targets, you just didn't save the 2 initiates. You did, however, find out they were dead, so you're still going to get paid. You are bringing back news of the initiates.
Nice.
So
Would would the town guard host a proper funeral if Roderick brought the bodies back?
not the town guard, but the church of Gatlock.
Then yes, he would bring the bodies back because, you know.
Yeah, clean the acid
Not
off and
for-
haul the bodies back.
Yep, because not laying a body to rest properly is how you get angry spirits
And zombies.
and zombies.
Fuck 'em.
You want zombies? That's how you get fucking zombies.
It's the underdog. They'll fit in.
But yeah, so you guys are able to carry the bodies back to town very easily. You make it, very, very, quickly to town. When you hit town, what are you all doing? You haven't really slept in a minute. Unless you guys stop in the forest to rest, you have not really, gotten a full rest. You took, a 45-minute power nap.
Resting in the Soulwood's not a good idea, right?
Well, the soul,
Probably
it's more the
not.
Feywood that's not a good idea.
Mm.
The
Ah.
Soulwood, there are some creepy vines, but people have said those are safe for the most part.
Right.
It's that for the most part you gotta worry about.
Roderick's got an axe; he can get rid of them.
Yeah, he can clear a little section, but you know, don't start nothing, won't be nothing.
Like great boys, I also feel like Nelor would love to take a shower right now.
Okay.
What,
So
return, home,
Say what?
return home then? Or what's the plan?
Yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and travel through the night, you can absolutely make it back by morning. Your town guard friends kind of helping Roderick carry the bodies. The wizard kind of handing out good berries so everybody can eat. And not feel so exhausted. But when you get back to town, you're fucking tired. You are dragging. You're so tired. But Roderick, you are able to get the bodies to the Temple of Gatlock, where Joshua Everstand, the 14-year-old priest of Gatlock, will nod and say a prayer and explain to you that yes, I will have someone clean the acid off of these bodies, and he'll whistle, and his wyvern friend will kind of come around the bend, and he goes, yeah, I'll take care of it. And they will be laid to rest properly. And you guys would know that after your rest, to report to Gustav Remington, Claudio Becker, or Lydia Ironhand for your reward. Are you going straight to get your reward, or are you gonna nap?
I have a job to do. I am reporting it finished.
Yeah, I'm down to do that.
First thing
Might
in the
as well
fucking
say
morning,
that
hey,
we're-
we found your guys.
Okay.
Nice solid day work.
So you guys can absolutely do that. You get in with which one of the quest givers would you like to report to?
We got this from.
You got it from Lydia Ironhand, the town guard, the head town guard. But it says you can get rewarded from any of the 3.
Uh, I guess just go back to Lydia, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah, screw
as
it.
you arrive, the door to the guard post is open, and she kind of smiles and goes, "Well, I'll be damned! It only took you a day."
And what a day it was.
I can imagine. You see, on her desk there is another jar of that goo.
Ugh.
So did they come back alive? They hadn't reported in. I assumed they probably are tired from whatever happened, or their corpses.
The initiates are corpses, yes.
That is
They're around, though.
unfortunate.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to have a conversation with Gustav. He said he was sending 2 experienced adventurers on that task, not 2 of my initiates. Anyway, let me see, and she'll kind of grab a copy of the bill that you were promised. Let me check the. And she will lay out a grouping of weaponry. So she lays out a +1 masterwork silver broadsword, a +1 masterwork shortbow with a bundle of silver arrows, a +1 silver dagger, a +1 silver rapier, a +1 silver short sword, a masterwork chain shirt, and a set of masterwork leather armor, and 30 and 3 gold pieces per adventurer, or 3,000 silver.
Isn't that 300 gold pieces?
Uh, yeah, actually, you're right. 300 gold pieces per person.
Oh, damn.
Addie is just kind of slumped against, I think, Nelor. Just dead tired.
She will gesture to the items in front of her and go, "Each of you may pick one of these, and you get 300 gold apiece. Since you found the initiates' bodies, she'll kind of throw 20 gold in with each pile. And she goes, 20 extra gold for finding my guys."
What's the difference between a broadsword and a longsword?
So a
in terms of-
broadsword is a light weapon. It does 2d4 damage, and it is not in the compendium because it's a homebrew item, and it is in the SRD in the Discord.
Is it one-handed?
Yes, one-handed weapon.
Okay, because I'm just curious if you would allow me to use that when I have all of my longsword weapon focuses, if it's functionally the same other than the damage dice.
Functionally, yeah, it's pretty much the same. But yes,
I'll
you
take
can
that if-
absolutely still use that.
I mean, I'll take that if nobody else wants it.
I'm good.
I'm more an axe
Mention.
man myself.
What'd you say, Crow?
Oh, just having Roderick say he's more of an axe man.
She will gesture to any of the pieces of armor that are also sitting there. There's a +1 chain shirt, a +1 set of studded leather, and then a +1 breastplate.
Is the +1 on top of the masterwork +1?
Yep.
So it's functionally a +2.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
These are functionally +2 weapons.
I mean, if everyone's okay with it, I'll take the breastplate. Kind of the only thing I use from this pile.
And that's but yeah, yeah, you can absolutely take that.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, everybody gets one of these. You can pick one item from the table, and then you also get 320 gold pieces.
So let's see. Out of what's left, there's short sword, dagger, chain shirt, leather, bow and arrow.
Yep.
Roderick will grab the bow and arrow because he needs to have something to sort of help get extra range,
Okay.
just in case.
Roderick gets a bow and a masterwork short bow and let's see. Yeah, a +1 masterwork short bow and a bundle of silver arrows. What would Addie like off of the stable, if anything?
And he's not really into weapons. I guess she could take a dagger.
Yeah, it's a pretty little silver knife.
Yeah. Good for chopping veggies.
Absolutely. It is like a single edge curved blade, kind of. So it actually probably would be pretty damn good for chopping vegetables. But yeah, so you guys are able to get your stuff, and she goes, "Did you?" My question for all of you is, did you find the mage?
Yes.
Report
That
to
we did.
Claudio. Report to Claudio Becker after you leave here. He has an extra reward for you for finding his apprentice.
Fun. Suppose we shall.
Yeah, I'm down.
How many silver arrows were in that bundle again?
20.
Hell yeah.
That is 100% a roll. A fucking natural 20, which is crit confirmed by another natural 20.
What?
Everybody look at in the roll 20.
Yeah,
Total of
that
30.
that should be illegal. Yeah, that's illegal. You can't do that.
Damn. But yeah, so
Yeah.
so there's that. That's gonna kick major ass later. But yeah, so you guys can all head back to Claudio, who will kind of smile, watching his apprentice kind of scuttle around his shop, and she's kind of working around the area, and you see him look back to you, and he goes, "I am very happy to have my apprentice back. It's been terribly annoying without her. I would like to offer you each one of these," and he'll set out some runes, and he goes, "Each of these is an enchantment rune. There's one for force damage, one for fire damage, one for cold damage. Just all of these will enhance your weapons and or armor to either have resistance or give extra damage when fighting creatures. They're simple enchantments, so I can give them away freely. Which would each of you like? You may each choose. You can choose the same as someone else. He has tons of these runes.
I mean,
What
like,
were the-
Nalora's just like eyeing up the fire. Because of course she is.
He'll pick it up, and it's an amber. It's made of amber, and it is spiked up to look like a burning flame. This one catch your eye?
Nilor is like basically almost drooling, and she just kind of like nods like
He'll hold his
very
hand
quickly.
out. What would you like enchanted?
Oh, and she thinks for a bit before pulling out her giant warhammer.
He will take it, and your warhammer now does an extra 1d4 fire damage.
Yes.
What are the types of runes?
So there's force, fire, cold, electric, acid, and poison.
Oh, force.
You want a force rune?
Yeah.
So he holds up the force rune, and it is this brilliant, like, it's not quite a diamond, but it looks very similar, but when it shimmers, it's almost like inside there's a hurricane. And he'll go, "What would you like enchanted?"
I'll hold up my new fancy ass silver sword.
He will take it and he'll go, some of my finest work. And he goes, I put the initial enchantment on this one. And he will
You did a wonderful job.
he will give you a 1d4 for extra force damage on top of the +1 to damage from the initial enchantment.
Does it also double on a crit? Or extra?
So this sword
roll?
will do ×3, and the
Oh.
all of the masterwork weapons are 19 to 20 crit range with a ×3 multiplier.
Does that ×3 apply to the force damage too?
Yes, it does.
And so ×3, would that be 2 sets of max in one roll, or
Yep.
1 max and 2? Oh, Jesus.
2 sets of max and 1 roll. What about Addie and Roderick?
What the fuck have you given me?
A very powerful weapon.
Oh.
I think Roderick will have enchanted the battle axe that not only. Hold on, acid was on the table for enchantment type, right?
Yep.
It's only fitting that he puts the acid damage on the battle axe that had to deal with all that
He'll take your battle axe and see the damage caused to it
acid through
by
his
the
body.
acid, and go, "Would you care for this to be silvered?"
That would be mighty kind of you, if you would.
And he nods, and he'll wave his hand, and you guys see an arcane forge. Nelor, you've seen one of these one time.
Ooh.
There's one other arcane forge that you've ever seen, and it is within the Great Forge, which is a city run by the goddess of the forge, Fairy. And he just smiles and goes, "I will be right back." And he comes back, and you now have a silvered acid axe. So this is technically a +1 silvered battle axe that does an extra 1d4. It does an extra 1d4 acid damage. Instead of it doing the +1 to hit and damage, it just does the +1 acid damage, or the +1d4 acid damage.
That is mighty fine.
Technically, the weapons that were just recently enchanted from the like the ones that, like the broadsword, the Sanguine Mother is carrying, is now functionally a +3 weapon.
+3? Oh, with
Because
the
of the
rune too?
Yeah, the rune. Yeah.
Oh,
It
Jesus,
is
okay.
functionally a +3 weapon.
So I take it his trusty little battle axe does not now have the masterwork quality to it, and I did not mean to click that.
Nope, it is not. It is not a masterwork weapon. However, when Boda Blindsmith returns from deep beneath Uiz,
Causing international incidents.
Yeah, causing international incidents. You can have it made into a masterwork because Boda is a mastersmith.
I mean, before Roderick came into town, he was a
He was a smith.
He was a smith.
He was a smith, but he wasn't a mastersmith.
That is true.
Boda has backstory stuff that makes Boda a mastersmith. So no, the +1 to the from the rune and the masterwork do not apply to damage. They apply to your 2-hit roll.
Got it. And then the standard +1 is a +1 magic to attack and damage.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
And he will, and Claudia will smile down at Addie and go, "What can I enchant for you today, little
Uh, um, hmm. Annie rubs her eyes. Uh, can I come back later? I think maybe this would make a nice gift.
How about this? I will give you this, and he'll hold up a golden ticket. He goes, "This is an IOU for an enchantment from me to any person you would like to give it to. Give it to whomever you wish to gift your enchantment, and I will enchant their weapon or item." And he will hand you the golden ticket.
Thank you. That's really nice. Addie takes it.
Thank you all for saving my apprentice. Truly, it is a boon that I will not soon forget.
Well, just another day on the job and all that. As he sort of is scolding himself mentally, like, boy, your friends almost died. Do not be so cavalier all of a sudden.
Was an adventure.
Yeah, no, he's very quietly scolding himself. Okay, so each of you kind of retreat back to your respective domiciles for the evening, and are able to kind of relax for the night. Is there anything you guys do before you go to bed?
Very anxiously check to make sure, because I've got a fancy feature.
Mm-hmm.
Where I get a whole ass safe house.
Okay.
Anxiously checking the locks, making sure all of the shit is highly secure before sleeping.
Okay, yeah, you absolutely can. I'm gonna say that your vigilante's gear and your safe house itself is within the basement of the house you've claimed.
Sure.
That way, it's kind of like the Bat Cave. People
Yeah.
won't get to see, like, if people were to see you out and about, they'd just think you're a local. They don't know
Yeah.
that you're actually the Sanguine Mother.
Oh yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah, so you have all of your gear kind of stashed away within this house, and you were able to slip in through the back and no one saw you.
Lovely.
There's like a cellar door entrance behind the house that's covered in leaves and things of that nature.
Interesting. All right.
All right. What about Roderick? What are you doing before bed?
Probably just polishing his armor and sharpening his weapons before tucking in for the night. Nice and
Okay.
simple.
Nelor, what about you?
Nelora will probably find a like wide open space so she doesn't hit anybody, and just kind of does like practice swings with the warhammer.
There
And
is a training ground just outside of the wall.
Yes. Oh, she absolutely does. It goes there.
She would see like new recruits for the town guard in the similar armor to the people she saved, training as well.
Oh gosh.
No, you go ahead.
It's just like are those are they there the like fucking like the training dummies and
Yeah.
stuff like that?
There's training dummies. There's like an obstacle course. There's a small track for people to run. It's like been made so that people can get like train up to be adventurers or train up to be part of the town guard so that they can defend Reckford should they need to.
Ah, cool. She will find the most worn down training dummy. Like it looks like one that looks like it could just fall apart at any moment.
So she would see one that is scorched with what appears to be both fire and acid damage.
Oh,
boy.
Oh my
Someone's
gosh.
been hitting this thing with a very powerful bludgeoning weapon.
Oh, I'd love to meet this person. She sees that immediately, runs over and takes a whole imagine like a batter with a bat. She takes just that big ass
swing.
swing Boom.
Okay, roll me a perception check after you've knocked this thing into the oblivion. What'd you roll?
No clue.
I'm not looking at
7.
7. So you don't quite... You hear somebody whispering behind you, but you don't quite hear what they say. But it doesn't sound bad.
Hmm.
They're like impressed whispers, essentially.
Ooh, okay. Okay, good. She definitely looks proud of herself. She is proud of herself.
Fantastic. And Addie, what are you doing before bed? Or are you just going home and collapsing?
I think Addie's still staying with Rowan and Duchess at this point. Yeah, she just goes straight home. Doesn't even make it to the bed.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. You are carried to bed by Roger Partling, the druid. He's like, nope, you can't sleep on the floor. Bedtime.
He hears a thud.
Yeah, he's sleeping in the basement. He's like, oh, somebody fell. Okay, so I'm gonna pick on you each individually, but I need all of you to make me wisdom checks. So just 1d20 plus your wisdom modifier.
Oh.
Oh.
Is that a natural 1 I see?
Oh.
Oh, poor Roderick.
We're gonna start with you.
Oh, poor Roderick.
Roderick,
Is this, sorry,
say
point
what?
of order. Is this wisdom check specifically affecting the Sanguine Mother?
Yes.
Then I don't believe it would actually have any effect on my character.
Well, being that this is happening in your character's subconscious, yes it would.
Hmm.
But don't worry, you rolled the highest out of everyone. So, Roderick, as you drift to sleep, your dreams are of your homeland. Hammerhall. The land where you raised your children, the land where the king rules with a benevolent voice and a kind hand, a land that is on fire. Your home is burning. Massive reptilian claws tearing through the residential districts. The dragon has awakened. He is angry. You watch as your homeland burns, your people flee, and your mountain empties. The outside being frozen by his mate, the Shivering Doom. A massive, ancient white dragon that rests on the top of Hammerhall. You awake in the morning to a cold sweat as you realize that it was just a nightmare. Or was it? You haven't been home in ages. Maybe you should write. Next up, Addie.
Oh. Oh my.
These wisdom checks are dream rolls. The lower you roll, the better your nightmares are. Addie, you fall to sleep. And in your dream, you are in nothingness. It's dark and cold, and you can't tangibly grasp onto anything. And you hear a voice. Deep, low, and gravelly. Little one,
No.
come to me. I require your assistance. A cold chill runs down your spine as you realize whose voice this is. This is your former commander, the white dragon, Draken, who had trapped Ignis's son his soul seems to be communicating with you. You thought you were done with him, but he has returned. You awaken to find that you are safe in your bed. He is nowhere to be found. It is warm and tropical. The cold that had run down your spine is gone, but something is trying to contact you in your dreams. The question is, will you let it? Nellor.
I don't like that.
Nellor,
no.
as you drift to sleep, you find yourself surrounded by the sounds of clanging hammers, the smell of a fresh forge, and magma. This is a magma forge, something from your homeland, something that fire giants use with pride. They make black iron weaponry from deep within the Underdark and are able to craft beautiful things out of the darkest of material. You sit within your own hell forge. And you wake the next morning, refreshed, happy, and with bright ideas as to what to forge next. Next, you get to hold a hammer in your hands. Sanguine Mother.
Aww.
You now here's my question. So this can
Sure.
either affect the Sanguine Mother or the other character. What I need you to do is roll me a 1d2.
Alright.
Flip a coin.
On a 2, it'll affect Mother.
Yep.
Fuck. Okay, that'll go well.
Tell me of your character. Actually, no. We'll leave that a little ambiguous for the audience later to find out. What you dream of. You are sailing on the astral sea, a beautiful ship beneath you. Wind sail that can catch the starlight and take power from it as you patrol the seas on the outlook for pirates and other miscreants. As you are now, instead of running, you are the pursuer. You are justice. You are the law. You awaken with a new sense of fresh readiness to right wrongs and stamp out injustice wherever you can find it. You are ready for whatever comes next.
Oh, this makes her viscerally uncomfortable. Not a feeling she enjoys.
Alrighty. And that is where we will end session. Did Autumn
boy.
drop out?
Autumn sleepy. Autumn sleepy.
Okay. Well, I will be right back.
What a perfect time.
Yeah, great timing.
I feel a little bad for Roderick because he is one of the first characters in UEs that doesn't have some sort of a death wish I've made so far.
Oh,
Because,
so what's with Roderick?
yeah, Roderick is the only mostly normal person I'm playing so far.
Oh, buddy.
He's also only in the Dragonlands because he's having a midlife crisis. Just, you know what? I'm basically retired. I have no real obligations. My kids are already out in the world, but they're not chasing life. Maybe I can go do something and change their mind. And so he came here. And I think he's gonna regret it.
Oh.
I mean, he already misses his wife and kids, so.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, that's so sad.
What? They're still alive. They're just back home.
No, it's still though. It's like, oh.
We're gonna import his wife and kids to this place.
I'll make
Yeah?
sure of it.
Yep. His kids
Well,
are coming along.
maybe not right before the war. If it does. If that does happen.
I mean, it'll either be well before or smack dab in the middle to after the war that his.
Hey!
I mean, he does
we
need to start writing a letter back home, just checking in with his wife, his kids, making sure everyone's okay. Maybe even send them some drawings of what he dealt with and talking about the new people he's met.
we cast a sending to your family. Hey, Roderick's family, we just wanted to invite you here. We're gonna ignore the fact there's a war going on. Your husband misses you. Come along, there's no war.
He's just gonna like one of the lines because I'm still drafting it, the letter. One of the
Aw.
lines he's gonna send is, "There were only 2 other times in my life I felt this alive," and I'm trying to figure out how I want to describe those 2 times. Because I think I want to make it the first one being his wedding day,
Oh,
and like the second time, when his beautiful children were brought into this world.
were all the children born on the same day, or were they all born on separate days?
See, I don't know that bit because the way I make characters, I make just a little bit of a vague outline, then as the game goes on, more of their history becomes solidified.
Well, you say, my children. I've only felt alive 2 other times. Once when I was married, and once when my child was born. Now your 3 children are looking at each other, trying to figure out which one it was.
I mean, I still have to decide it, like, how do I want him to state all this? How do I want him to word it? Do I want to make it so he only has 2 kids? Do I want him to have 7?
7. He left 7 kids to go explore a new land.
Oh, they were already moved out of the house.
Oh, alright.
Oh,
They're all self-sufficient adults at this point in life. That's the reason he decided to leave, go out on an adventure. Mostly because none of his kids want to experience what life has to offer, so he has to sort of encourage them.
Okay, so we gotta keep Roger alive, or all his kids will be traumatized and sad and never adventure.
Or that could be the inspiring event to their hero's journey, just, my dad is dead and now I have to go avenge him.
Aw.
Like, how typical of a hero's journey beginning is that?
Of course, and then we gotta get them a mentor, and then we gotta kill them too.
Give them a mentor who acts as like a secondary father figure, despite the fact that these kids are fully grown adults.
All right, I am
And then-
back. Thank you all for stalling. I really appreciate that.
No, of course.
Thank you all for just being here in general. I really appreciate it. We're gonna find somebody to raid, and then after we have raided, we're gonna do the outro for the YouTube VOD, and then it'll be over.
All right.
We are going to raid. We're gonna raid my friend Ewiel because she is still doing the now 236 plus hours subathon, and she's playing Baldur's Gate.
good.
So
How long
yeah.
have you been streaming?
236 plus hours.
Oh
Oh,
my
good
gosh.
boy.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure she's taking some breaks, but
of course.
I hope.
If
That's
she's
10
not, then
fucking
there's.
days.
That's not healthy. How much caffeine keeps you. Actually, I know how much caffeine will keep you awake that long.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and raid Airwheel. And then we'll do the outro for the... I spelled it wrong. My fat fingers hit wrong buttons.
Oh, I know how that goes. Yeah.
Alrighty. Now we will be raiding. Thank you everybody who watched tonight. Thank you everyone who was in the chat. Thank you to my wonderful players. I really appreciate all of you for being here and putting up with my bullshit. Bye everybody. Let Elwiel know this is a paladin raid. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Oh, Belle.
And for everybody
it's
watching at
horrible.
home on YouTube, bye YouTube and fuck you, Dave.
Bye, YouTube. Fuck you, Dave.
Is Dave still commenting?
Dave is still commenting.